Hola, este es nuestro proyecto de la Clínica de Concusión o Conmoción Cerebral. La Clínica de Concusión o Conmoción Cerebral es un proyecto subespecializado dirigido a evaluar pacientes con lesiones craneoencefálicas leves que pueden presentar algunas complicaciones que generalmente se diagnostican de manera tardía.
Now, concussion is something that's difficult to define because if you go to Google or the literature or the medical library, you'll find at least 10, 12 different definitions of concussions. But briefly, what they've all got in common is a head injury, there's a disturbance of loss of consciousness for a brief period of time, which may or may not be there, but there's always some symptoms. The symptoms vary. Could there be headaches, nausea and vomiting, speech disturbances, sleep disturbances, personality changes, and all of that fits under the category of concussion.
So concussion is important because particularly over the last 10 years we've realized that it's not just the acute effects of concussion that we should be concerned about. In the past we thought that when somebody was concussed they may have had temporary symptoms that they shook off and there were no long-term consequences. Increasingly there's evidence that that may not be the case, and our greatest fear is that the concussion itself sets up a chronic process in the brain, in particular inflammation in the brain, that may play out over months and even years.
I think it's a good opportunity to increase the quality of care. With this kind of activity you can save patients that otherwise can die, or you can save patients that otherwise can have psychological disturbance. That means cost for health national system. So there is a lot of reason to have this kind of activity. A reason of research, reason of quality of care, a reason for save life, a reason for save people that have much more chronic problems during their life.
It's very important that every medical facility, and I'm so glad it's been done at your facility, starts developing or has a program in place where these children can be appropriately managed, cared for, and make sure that they recover better.
It's very important to have a concussion clinic. Concussion is very prominent in this population. There's no clinic like this in Cali. It will be the first of its kind, and it can be a model for other healthcare centers in Cali and in other cities.